we know Mark Zuckerberg offering $100 billion
Mhm.
as a sign-on bonus.
Yeah.
I wanted people to become edupreneurs, and you guys are also doing great job. Agriculture is my bet again, which is going to be very, very big apart from technology.
Well, the Country Delight founder is from IIMs.
Dolly Chaiwala, whom we have seen, who became an instant.
It's a marketing gimmick.
Where I'm giving hundreds of ideas to
Mhm.
young guys.
The message that you have for the people who are passing out from tier 2, tier 3 colleges and with big aspirations.
Startups is all about
Yeah.
they should take success and pain equally, rather they should celebrate the failure.
When I met Sir for the first time, Sir said one thing: if you want to shine like the sun, you have to burn like the sun. In 2025, it is the biggest capability gap. Like, many people are getting laid off,
Yes.
and many new people are getting hired, and people are in a very big confusion.
The next generation is going to be AI and quantum computing. When they say if you are 1-member team or 2-member team or 3-member team, all should not be on the same page. They should be on the same line. Guys, you are graduating. Align yourself with this, these technologies. Learn, unlearn, and relearn.
A very good time with you, sir, and it's my pleasure. It's our team's pleasure to have you on this podcast, and having you on board as well as this podcast guest today is a pleasure for me and the team. And I think the team is like trying to reach out to you since a week,
Yes.
right? But
Yes.
you got the time finally today.
Yes.
And Nivas pretty much discussed almost everything with you on this podcast.
I know.
I have few different set of questions, sir.
Yeah.
I will ask you a few things about personal branding, recognition, networking. Other than this, we can talk about mentorship, long-term thinking in the career growth. And at the last, we can discuss about the message that you have for the people who are passing out from tier 2, tier 3 colleges and with big aspirations.
Yeah, definitely.
So, sir, the first question I have for you is, how do one actually get recognized by HRs or recruiters on LinkedIn or anywhere else?
Any platform. Okay. Great question, Ayush. I think I had a great discussion with your colleague Nivas, and excellent. He was asking me very relevant question in the benefit of for the student community and also for learner part. And I'm very happy that you're also there now asking me this question. I think this is a very relevant question. What I feel to the entire student community as a whole. What are the things that a student need to do in terms of getting a recognition from the HR of any company for that matter? Because HR is the one who hires either in early careers or the recruiting from the campuses, or we call it early careers, or from a lateral hires, somebody with more than 2-3 years experience. So the one thing that they wanted to see is your resume. First is your resume, because I spent 25, 26 years into technology hiring. I've been, a director for TA. I've been a senior vice president for a talent acquisition. I've been a CHRO for, 2-3 companies, heading the entire end-to-end HR from starting recruiting till onboarding to exit interviews to performance management to, defining, L&Ds and strategies for HR policies, procedures and everything. So with that experience, I wanted to share the few things that in a HR looks in what the student, you can either jumble the question, either what a student need to equip is that first is your resume. Because if a resume is shortlisted, if they're calling you for an L1, they're calling you. If your resume is rejected, that means you are rejected. So your entire 21, 22 years of what your education, your skills, your training is you're putting it in a 1-2 pages of paper. So that paper talks about you. What is that you're done? Which college you're educated? What skills and technologies you have? What certifications you have? What are your extracurricular activities? And how you can attract the HR, how you can, make sure that the HR is calling you to see that your aspirations and their company goals are being met. As a HR, what fundamentally we looking for apart, one is the resume part, Aish, that I was talking about the resume of the candidate, what he talks about. Second, college does matter because pedigree is one thing. Definitely, if somebody is from an NIT or an IIT, we definitely go, they don't have to come here. We go to the campuses and we pick up. I've been to many IITs, I've been to ISB, I've been to IIM, I've been to more than 18 to 20, MBA and also engineering colleges in and around Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Bhubaneswar, North, and also even for South, SRM or Satyabama, you take it VIT. We had been to there. We done a lot of hiring. So one thing when we are going for early careers is your resume part. How you are going to structure your resume is very important because we have hundreds of resumes. There are a lot of formats which are available, guys. So look at, ask AI, which is the best compelling format for you to prepare as a fresher. Make a good format of the resume, point number one. Number two, make sure that your resume stands out on the skills. How many skills and how many technologies that you know than the other. Because if I'm going to one campuses, I'm meeting close to around say 80 to 100 people. So what
Really.
all the 80 people are just a copy paste of your resume or of somebody else. So you should have a USP. That means
That is where the concern lies.
exactly your resume should stand out. If everything is green, you should be the blue. If everything is white, you should be the yellow. Only then, my eye catches, oh, this is an yellow. Okay, let me pick this guy. What guys he has got? Okay. You have represented your company in terms of your cricket. You were the captain of this thing. You played the Ranji Trophy. I get attracted to you. You played international chess. You went at least till, fourth round till grandmaster. I'm attracted to you. You played a volleyball. I'm talking about extracurricular. Point number one. Okay. Any level which is more than a state level definitely attracts me. If you don't have a pedigree helps you, like IIT or NIT definitely helps you. If you don't have a pedigree, we are talking about tier 2, tier 3 colleges here. One, your extracurricular, co-curricular activities. Have you represented your college in any of the mathematics Olympiad, any science Olympiad, any top-notch international this thing and got one certifications? That attracts me. Have you done any papers, published any papers or white book which are published in the international journals? Attracts me. Even when you're studying itself, you have done any any certifications. Even before you're getting an employed, 3-4 certifications, you're putting it that in GitHub, giving me a link. That attracts me. 3-4 things that definitely drives you stand apart from them, and also showing your interest and keenness. For example, there are 3-4 companies in IT today. One is a software services company. Today we are talking about like Tech Mahindra, like Wipro, like any TCS. These are all called service providers or system integrators, which are software services. Then we have product engineering companies like Qualcomm, like Amazon, like lot of tech companies are there. Then we have something called fintech companies, right? Financial, like JP Morgan or any big company, Zerodha, you name it, Grow, or name it, you have it. All these companies are fintech. So how will you structure your resume as per the requirement of the company is very critical. If you're going for a product engineering company, for example, like semiconductors, like Intel or Micron or Moschip or any of the companies, what is the VLSI design that you know? I'm giving you multiple examples. I'm going to the grassroots to explain like a layman. To a layman, I'm trying to explain so that you can get into your brains. So you can adapt these things. When you're wanted to apply, for example, there are people who are BTech electronics guys. Not everybody is a AML. Some are electronics. Some they wanted to go into semiconductors. Because Micron has established a 10,000 square feet facility in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. They are hiring 4,000 people, 3,000 people. So when you want to go for chip design industry, you need to know VLSI, VHDL, PSOS, VXWorks, and ASIC design, verification. All these things you need to know it. And if you do 1 or 2, 3 certifications and get an internship also into that, that's an added advantage for me. If I am a semiconductor company, I would like to see his resume doing an internship in AMD or Micron or something. Oh, he's already done internship. He has got some experience. So tomorrow when I take him, when I do onboarding for him, it's a plug and play for him.
But sir, what do you think are the smartest moves a student can take in order to get recognized by the HRs and the authorities of these companies, especially when a student is from tier 2 or tier 3 college?
One, when they conduct an interview, when they conduct an aptitude test, it is important that you top the aptitude. Every company will conduct an aptitude test. Read R.S. Agarwal book. I'm even telling you that for arithmetic, for logical reasoning,
Right.
George Summers, R.S. Agarwal, and everything that is real, and make yourself that if you are getting almost 95 to 98 percentile, crack the test, definitely they'll call you for interview. And interview is again a big process. Okay, and your resume should talk. As I said, Ayush, your resume should talk about you. What is it you've done? How many achievements you've done? How many gold medals that you've done? What communication the best you have got? What understanding you have? Deeper insights you have on the technology. If a TechM is coming, or if they, how well you know about the company, how well you have done research with the company. Any company is coming to you, have you done? Most of the people don't do research. They attend, just they have a placement officer saying that tomorrow, day 3 company, we have something. Okay, they casually go. But when an HR asks, what do you know about our company? They're like, putting a blank face. It's not done. Even you got a 9 point CGPA, we expect the candidates to do some kind of a homework about our company. What is it, because how will I know that you are interested in the company or not?
Exactly, sir.
Correct. So when a Microsoft goes to campus, why they select only one particular person and pay 65-70 lakhs to that person? Because that person has done lot of hard working, home working, which other students are not aware of. He has done deep research into Microsoft. I'm
Exactly.
giving an example. If he has done a deep research and shows authentication, that shows the interest level of the candidate's Ayush. He says the guy is really good for me to consider. Because if he has done a research for my company for his own job, tomorrow when I hire him as an SDE1 or SDE2, I'm sure he can do much better with a little mentoring, because I'm going to attach him to one of the project managers, team leads. Tomorrow, with a minimal supervision, he should be able to do well. So these are the 3-4 qualities that I definitely wanted. We wanted the students to imbibe in themselves, do a research, do a deep work on all the companies, because your placement committee will tell them which companies you're getting on day 0, day 1, day 2. Write down the companies. There will not be more than 8 or 10. Do a deep research. Write some points on that, and try to ask an intelligent question, because Francis Bacon said, a prudent question is half wisdom. If you're asking a prudent question, even we think, Banda is good. He's asking me a good question. Nobody has asked. And the other mistake what the people they do is, when the interview is over, we ask them, do you have any questions? They say, no, sir. That's wrong. Don't say no, sir. Relevant question you ask them. Sir, can you know what projects you are going on? Sir, can you know what will be my career in the next 3 years if I am continuing in your company? When you ask me some questions, I am getting excited. Oh, this guy is really interested.
Exactly.
Many people, today, they don't ask questions. They abruptly and say, no, sir. They think it's wrong to ask the question, but not asking the question is a wrong thing, Aish. Asking a relevant question politely makes sense. I get excited. My HRR gets excited. He said, sir, out of these people, this guy looks good. So even though we want, for example, I'm telling you, want to make an X amount of offer, we don't mind paying little bit more because the guy is good. Okay, we too want people. We too want intelligent, smart, elegant, hardworking, dedicated people. So all these qualities are important, Aish.
Exactly, sir. Sir, as we see, the certificates have started reducing their credibility these days. So I just wanted to know from you, sir, list out the 5 booming spaces or the industries that student can start their startups or even get into those companies other than technology.
Okay. Technology, I have 2 or 3 to talk, because that's a space. AI is anyway there. It's given.
Yeah.
It's given. It's proven.
Yeah.
We know Mark Zuckerberg offering $100 billion as a sign-on bonus. So we know all those things. AI is a proven. AI will be there. Quantum is definitely the next big thing. 3D printing is the other one.
Okay.
Metaverse.
Mhm.
Metaverse is a very big thing. I think not
Metaverse in e-commerce, especially,
Yes.
as I see.
And metaverse and real estate. These things people are neglecting. It's not correct.
Mhm.
Next, your or our, I think I could say that, edutech.
Okay.
Edutech is going to be a very big thing. We have seen the success factors of an academy. We have seen, Physics Wala. how a person, I think
He's coming up with the IPO this month.
can you ever imagine, did we ever imagine that
Started with a YouTube channel.
Alak Pandey,
Yeah.
super is, Alak Pandey, did we ever think that a guy like him about 6, 7, 8 years back, what was Physics Wala? It's a super success. We need more Alak Pandays in India and even the world, because he has traversed the road. He has even went out to buy one of the IAS training academies in the Delhi.
Yeah.
I think for almost 2,000 crores or something, which is a very high amount. I really appreciate him. I respect him for whatever he has done. So definitely, EduTech is going to, just because we had one or two small, failures in, don't want to name them, but Academies, or, we have actually education sector taking a smaller education sector. For example, if there is, Ellen is there. Ellen is, wanted to buy out an Akash, or, Akash was even bought by some other. I'm not talking about just that, but education system is going to be an evergreen sector like the food industry. I wanted people to become edupreneurs. Like what today we are, you are, I am also there last 20 years, and you guys are also doing great job. This is going to take on the world, undoubtedly. Next, organic farming, agriculture. Agriculture is my bet again, which is going to be very, very big apart from technology. There are people who may know they left their 7-figure salary in the Singapore, in the US and Dubai, and they had a small, I can give you 3, 4 very big examples.
So the Country Delight founder is from IIM.
Sid Farms, I know him, I met him also. He invited me to his farm also, very great guy. He started, he was in the US. We left all those things and started. Now they're doing fantastic. And I know few more guys who left their, I'm talking about 6-figure salary about 8, 9 years back. His father had a 4-acre land near 30 kilometers to, near Uppal, near Bongiri or somewhere. He started, cultivating that without carbides, without chemicals, and get the yield every Sunday, and he used to sell. First 6 months was an issue, but later he started making slowly the profits after the profits. So entrepreneurship in education, entrepreneurship in agriculture, entrepreneurship in many other things. For example, you can be a content writer, which is not related to IT.
Yeah.
AI is a different thing, but people are not endowed with IT. They don't want to do any, don't do it. Become a content creator, become a blogger. Today, you know how much a YouTuber earning. We have 2, 3 big YouTubers who are making easily 10, 20 lakhs a month. I'm taking
That's a very low amount.
Yes.
Actually. If you look at
today, you can write books. You can have a ghost writer to write your books. If you have an idea, if you pen all those things, a ghost writer you can engage and they can write your book. And if your book becomes successful, like Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, she was rejected almost 37 or 47 publishers. But once she hit the gold mine, now it became a rage. Now she's a billionaire or millionaire.
Yeah.
Similarly, I think one is book publishing, second is an organic farming, third is an entrepreneurship, fourth and most important is the hospitality industry, where you people can actually thrive a lot. Food industry is another thing. I am telling you, I know many people who are working as a software professionals on the daytime. By evening 6 o'clock, I can tell you, if you look at the streets in Madhapur, there are at least 100 to 150 mobile cars and canteens which are run by techie professionals. Both the spouses, husband and wife, they are ready at 6:30, 7 o'clock. They're serving you the hot dosas and hot idlis, and they're making a quick buck out of it.
Exactly.
The money that they're going to make in the food industry is going to be, if it is becoming a hit. For example, you go there, Aish, you like it. You say, sir, I went there, you come. So I also go with my family. I also, it's a word of mouth reference.
Exactly.
That becomes powerful. Whatever they're making in the corporate career, they're making double, of in the food industry. Dolly Chaiwala, whom we have seen, to become an instant.
It's a marketing gimmick, sir. Actually,
Biggest, I tell you, is for us in Hyderabad is Irani Chai. What Nilofer does.
Rameshwaram Cafe.
Rameshwaram Cafe. And Nilofer they opened opposite to Tea Hub. Baburao, how he opened, how he started very small near that place, and now Nilofer, even I love Nilofer Chai, to be honest. So that became a big race. That's what I was telling you. Identify the problem. What is the major today problem you have? And offer a unique solution. You will hit gold. There are no two words. For example, today, if somebody wants to take an entrepreneurship, try to solve the traffic problem. Traffic is everywhere. I'm giving hundreds of, what do you call, ideas to young guys who want to become.
Exactly.
Okay. Now we have Ola and Uber and Rapido as a aggregator. So why can't some of you come, 3-4 people come together and start a cab aggregator? Why don't you become an aggregator, and that becomes a very big rate. You can, break the dominance, or, break the prototype, a stereotype of all the things, offer at a very, very great rate, and also at a much convenient, where you can come with an idea, there's no cancellation. When you book, for example, if you're starting another company aggregator, the punchline is, if you book a cab or this thing, there is no cancellations. So a customer who's booking a cab or or a bike, he is assured that his bike or this thing is not getting cancelled. Like the USP I was telling about, Flipkart. Create that USP, and I'm telling you, overnight you will become a success.
Exactly.
And food industry has got humongous potential. How much ever we earn, I'm telling you, we may earn crores of rupees a month, or in a year, millions of dollars. End of the day, we eat food. Yes, you eat food. So if you're offering a quality food at an affordable prices, that's a big thing. How Rameshwaram Cafe, they were all professions, right? How did they make? So have that idea. I'm telling you guys, don't. My final thing is, never, 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 ever give up. If you believe in your idea, have one founder who also believes you will hit success, but it's not immediate. You have to strain. NBA player Magic Johnson has also said, I failed over and over and over. That's why I'm successful. So make sure that you shine. If you want to become like a sun, first burn like sun. As I was telling to everyone, you are the stars. I have great, great hopes on you. India needs you. Become rock stars, and you will be shining.
Okay, sir. So I just need your brief answer to this last
Tell me.
question. Right. The question is, what is the one final message you would give to all these tier 2, tier 3 college students?
As I was always been telling, whether it's a tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3 or even tier 4, even in the villages, one is first try to understand where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Have a very, very big aim in life. Have a very big aim in life. Have a very big dream in life. Dream, because if you can dream it, you can do it. If you're constantly dreaming, saying that you are going to, these guys top the exam with gold medal, with university first, dreaming, it will. If you're dreaming it, that you wanted to first decide, as I was saying, you wanted to become an employee, you wanted to become an entrepreneur. Both are good. But which path you wanted to choose, you need to decide. Don't just jump because somebody else is doing which is not your fashion. Today we have hundreds of people who take MPC, though they don't have clever for maths. Their parental pressure, their family pressure. They are in some other, they want to do a medicine, but father forces him to do MPC, mother forces. He does not have flair in MPC. He will fail, but he is forced to do that. Don't do that mistake. Now you are graduates, you know what to do. Understand, right? First you want to gain some corporate experience, and then go into 1-2 years you want to try it and come to entrepreneurship. Good enough. No, sir, I am passionate about entrepreneurship on 3rd year. Do it from first, from before 1 year itself, try taking the information, updates, and everything about the kind of industry that you wanted to start. But when you take up, last thing, when you take up, don't look back. Don't look back. Never, as I was telling you, never, never, ever give up. Be extremely ownership about it. Be committed. Be focused on what. Don't get distractions. I'm telling you, today's youth are getting spoiled because of reels, because of unnecessary messages, unnecessary. They're not using the social media on the right aspect. They're using it all the negativity. Use LinkedIn. I'm telling again and again, everyone. LinkedIn is a very powerful medium to express your thoughts, your emotions, your ideas. Get meaningful connections with the people who are like you. It's a world. LinkedIn is connected to the world, right? So you never know. One may be staying in the next state, somebody in Maharashtra, somebody in your own Hyderabad, maybe looking for somebody like you. Get connected, write articles and see the articles. When you read it, you like it, you share, you get connected. Don't waste time. I'm telling you, time you will not get back. So be extremely passionate about whatever you do, entrepreneurship. I'm sure, and have only one thing in mind, that you are going to become successful. Never think I am going to fail. No, that thing should not come into your brain. I am going to succeed. I am going to succeed. And keep learning. Keep learning. Always keep learning, keep doing, because learning is a never ending process. I think this is the one for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Guys, never rest. As my guru, whom I think Swami Vivekananda also says, rest not till the goals are achieved.
Exactly, sir.
So never rest till your goals are achieved. Read good books. Reading is a very important thing. I want to tell you, there are few things I want to read. The books called 0 to 1. Read the books called Every Street is Paved with Gold, How Sony Corporation was created. Read the books called The Audacity of Hope by Barack Obama. There are some very good books now, written by quite. When you read the books, your process sets into places. That's very important to read. Apart from academics, I don't see anyone, when I ask them in the interview, what books did you read? They say, no, sir, we didn't. They don't read books. Read 3, 4 good books, which gives you direction. Okay? And be focused. Most important, today, people are failing these. They are not focused. 1 month they do, 2 months they do. After that, they leave it. That's correct. We may be losing a good entrepreneur.
Exactly, sir.
That's what I was telling. I mean, even you also. Come what may, let a tsunami happen, let a earthquake happen, don't leave. Hold hands, that's it. We will win together, we will lose together, but as a team. We're not going to give up. But I'm sure Learn Apart will be a super duper successful, very, very successful enterprise in the next 18 months. 18 months to come. Because it's a journey.
We are carrying more responsibility when it comes from you, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you so much, everyone, for being till the very end of the podcast. And it was wonderful. It was great welcoming sir on board and having sir as our mentors from now onwards. But I don't think if we will be able to find anyone better than sir.
So the first question is, it's into hiring interns or freshers, as this is a very booming economy in the job markets of India or maybe as a global. So how can a student with no big college name or no prior experience still stand out to recruiters?
Okay. First and foremost, I'm very glad to be here, both you, Nivas, as well as Aish, and team of great team of Learn Apart. I think you guys know me, as I'm Ruby Mantha. I'm a global CHRO, and I am on the board of advisor for 3 tech companies into cybersecurity, AI, and data science. And I've been advising and mentoring more than 80 to 100 startups. And I'm very glad today that I'm with you, doing this podcast, sharing all my global experience and insights to the students community. And my experience has been last more than 2 decades. I have been helping, supporting lot of students to get into internships, and from internships I'm also trying to get them into jobs. And on my record, I think more than 80 to 100 on a personal record, I have hired and placed people with a personal reference, helping them and guiding the students. Coming back to your question, Nivas, I think very valid question that you have asked me. First thing, what the students in the second, third year or fourth year BTech students with no big pedigree, or IITs, NITs, they don't have the pedigree. But my experience shows I have been hiring for a lot of companies from tier 2, tier 3, in fact tier 4 also. There are some institutions which do not have the edge or the tag of NIT. And there are very less companies that come to their campuses to pick the students. Now, what the students should equip themselves in terms of getting an employment to the companies like, say, Infosys or Cisco or Tech Mahindra or Salesforce, whichever company. First and foremost, first thing a student should have is a firm conviction, a very firm conviction, and thinking that we are second to none. We are second to none. We are on par to an IIT graduate. We are on par to an NIT graduate. It is just that they are studying in IIT Delhi, we are studying in, say, in Narsapur or Warangal or Vizag or whatever it is. Because it is your self-confidence which is very important, which makes or breaks the student's career. Today, 90% unfortunately students are under the complex that, I cannot compete with, a city bred guy. I cannot compete with an NIT. I cannot compete with that is wrong. That is completely wrong. I have seen and hired people from villages and towns, tier 3 towns, not even tier 2. Some gems are there, gems which are much better than many of the NITs. Mark my words. And they should need to, first of all, have a conviction, develop their communication skills and interpersonal skills, which are very important as a recruiter. Most of the HR will look into that. Third, let them not wait till the fourth year to see that will I get a job and start making their trials from fourth year onward. That's a very wrong approach. They should start preparing for either a job or an internship or an entrepreneurship from the second year, because first year of the BTech would be common to everyone. From second year, when they go into either computer science or electronics or mechanical, civil, whichever branch they wanted to take, from second year onward, they should imbibe in their mind that, I need to get myself placed, in a top company. So what the top company looks into: one, communication skills; two, your skill set. For example, you wanted to go into AI, or you wanted to go into a data science, you wanted to go into cyber security, whichever field that they wanted to take, they need to ensure that they start, practicing and getting themselves involved in those kind of subjects. There are a lot of YouTube channels, lot of courses from IIT Madras, from Harvard, which are available online for free of cost. For free of cost. And they should be focused. The other thing I want to tell is absolutely have a focus on what they wanted to do, how they wanted to succeed. Sleeping, dreaming, eating, going for the college and coming, they should be focused from second year. It is, you cannot run a marathon. It's a marathon, right? What you're doing, because you cannot have complete dependency, because as you said, it's not a tag like IIT or
Yes.
NIT. So the dependence on the career services or placement will be almost zero. They wouldn't be in a position to help because they cannot attract, the industry to them. So they should form a group among them. So create a WhatsApp group, create a LinkedIn group, get in touch with their alumni who are their seniors, 4 years, 5 years seniors. Try to get the know-how and the awareness, which companies are recruiting, what field that I wanted to go, what geographies they want to pursue their MS. For example, try to get the knowledge, information 2 years before itself. So start doing it from second year onwards. I urge and I suggest to all the students that first, have confidence, second, be focused, third, get the clarity and get the information from the second year onwards what that you wanted to do, and start publishing small articles in LinkedIn and get certifications and put it in the GitHub, because it's very important. Tomorrow as a HR, when my HR looks into your this thing, they'll see your certifications. For example, if you are doing a system admin, are you a Linux certified, or you a Red Hat certified, they look at the 1, 2, 3, 4 certification. That will help them to be better than any of the IIT or NITs.
Yes.
So I think these 3, 4 qualities definitely, Nivas, I feel students should, equip, and also, to get them to get an edge over, to get either an internship or even a job for that matter.
Yes, definitely. And that words are from an experience of over 10, 20 to 25 years. And yeah, and we are trying this exact thing. We are building LearnApart to bridge tier 1 opportunities to tier 3 and tier 2 students. So, sir, right now, uh, all the students, we can count them as Gen Zs.
Mm.
And
Actually, not Gen Zs, if I would correct you. They're called Gen Alpha.
yeah, Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
And so, do you think Gen Alpha or Gen Z lacks accountability or just need better leadership?
Oh, fantastic question.
Because,
Fantastic.
because they are continuously doom scrolling reels, they are mindless. Many of them, they are wasting their precious time on watching, mindless reels and unnecessarily awareness content and all of these things.
Correct. True universe. I think I echo your thoughts and this thing. First of all, my take on who are just 22, 23 years, who just graduated in 2023 and also 2024, is that they are very intelligent. They are very sharp, much intelligent than Gen Zs or even Gen Y, or even, for example, people who are like us. For example, my son who's doing his engineering can operate phone much faster than I can do. Before even I could send one or two, he can do very fast. Now, second thing, uh, they are informed, they are sharp. Today's Gen Alpha, they are informed, they are sharp, they are intelligent. But what is lacking in them is direction. Direction they do not have. They're all going like a herd of sheep. For example, if somebody is doing an entrepreneurship is a great thing, because I myself have been a successful entrepreneur 2 times. I was in the corporate, I was in the consulting side, I was on the both sides of the table. So I know the length, the depth of both. Because somebody is getting an entrepreneurship, these people also want to go into. They may not be passionate about it. So what is important is passion here. So Gen Z and Gen Alpha, to get, they need to be highly informed. They're great, they're good, but a direction is very well lacking. Awareness, they need to get more into that. Accountability, yes, accountability they do have, but leadership, yes, it's a cusp of both actually. 50% is a leadership, 50% is an accountability. Gen Z, what they want is they want freeness, they want freedom. They do not want to stipulate a time where they cannot work in the morning 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. They need work from anywhere. They need work from home anywhere. As long as the job is getting it done, I, as a CHR, I don't mind if my team is sitting in elsewhere and then getting the job done. The job has to be done. So they are accountable. I am happy. One thing is they need a sense of leadership, sense of direction, strategic thinking, critical thinking for them to do that. They need a strong mentor. They need a strong leader who can actually help them to get them to reach them, saying that no, hey, this is your. They need to basically tap the untapped potential of this Gen Zs and Gen Alpha.
Yes.
Try to identify, you are good at it, you are good at this. Try to be try to multiply your talents onto that. So there is a leader who need to do that. So there is more of accountability, less of leadership.
And as you said, your entrepreneurship journey was a very successful thing. So I would like to ask you one more question on startups, ideas, and execution.
Oh wow,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Startups is all about
Yeah. Yes, sir. So the thing is, how do we find, as a student, 18-year-old, how do they find startup idea, and which is not going to be another just an app or just mediocre thing?
Okay. Looks like Nivas, you have all done research in terms of these questions.
Yes.
I appreciate all the questions are very good.
Yes, sir.
One, I'm very happy at the outset because I have been, as I mentioned, I've been in the entrepreneurial journey much before, almost 25, 24, 23 years back itself. I could say that I was one of the very, very first startup. The word startup was not
Yes, sir.
designated at that time. Soon after, my management and MBA, when I joined in Tech Mahindra, I worked for a year, and after that, the seed of entrepreneurial bug had bitten me so badly because money was the biggest luring factor. I was very young like you, so I started my own consulting firm way back. Where today you are talking about, J. Chaudhary Garu, who was the director of Software Technology Parks of India, and BVR Mohan Reddy Garu was the chairman of Scient. They were staying on 5th floor. I was staying in 1st floor in Hudamai Trivanam. That is where I had my office, and I ran very successfully for about 8.5 years. So I did everything. I put my skin into the game. I put my blood into the game. I put my sweat into the game. So I very well know what an entrepreneur starts about 25 years, 23 years back. Today, Gen Alpha, they wanted to get into entrepreneurship, which is a welcoming sign. But they need to understand the commitment levels, the focusing levels, and the kind of sacrifices that they should make. Entrepreneurship is a marathon. A 2-year, 3-year marathon they need to run by sacrificing social media, by sacrificing their reels, by sacrificing their night time, because there is no stipulated work.
if you have to hit the glass ceiling and become a exceedingly successful entrepreneur, you need to be passionate. One thing that I wanted to tell all the people who want to come in the entrepreneurial journey, welcome, you have done a great thing. Don't listen to the naysayers. Naysayers is the word. That can be anyone. That can be your friends. That can be your family. Anybody. Don't you have a passionate. You should have a junoon. It's called junoon. हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, the junoon, एक madness, insanity रहना चाहिए. They should be mad about the idea that they wanted to do, and what problem exactly they're trying to solve to the world, and what are the kind of market geographies they are going to, who is the target audience, target market, what problem they're solving, and how effectively they're doing, and strategy they need to have in place. More importantly, they need to have a mentor, a guide, a guru in place to show them the path, because they're all highly excited, but they don't know what to do. A group of 3-4 people in 18-19 years, what they can do out of college. And college, they need to understand the ecosystem as well. How good it has been formed. Do they get a funding ideas? Some colleges, they're lucky. For example, Mahindra University, they're actually funding their own. I recently met one guy who's manufacturing that, tractor or something. I was so, I was floored by that guy's idea, Rahul or somebody. This college has funded this thing. So not many entrepreneurs are successful in terms of getting the funding. They go to an extent, then they stop it. That should not hit them bad. They should take success and pain equally, rather they should celebrate the failure. What they do it in the US. If they can have all these 3-4 qualities, I'm sure they can be very successful in this thing, the universe.
So yeah, sir. And the second part of the question is like, how do they know that they are building something different and standing out in the long term?
Great. First and foremost is that, when you trying to do a startup, as I was first telling you, you're from the ideation stage. What idea what kind of a problem you're solving. For entrepreneurs, one is an ideation stage, which is a bootstrap. Your company is a bootstrapped or not. Your idea, what idea you have? What problem you are solving in the society or in the world matters the most? What is the problem you're solving? You started a startup, good. So what startup it is? What is the problem you're solving? And who are your target audience? Is it only limited to your society? Is it to your state? Is it to your nation? Or is it globally you're trying to solve the problem? Okay, now second thing. How many players are already there in the market doing the similar kind of a thing? You need to do a research, some analysis, spend some time in research and development. Okay. Now for example, you bought an AI or you bought an HR tech company you wanted to start. How many people are already there in the market, the players? 1, 2, 3, 4. Study what their features are, what their services are. Then try to carve a niche for yourself. For example, if A product is providing you 6, B product is providing you 7, C product is giving you 8 or 9, you create a USP, unique selling proposition, your edge, saying which all the players are not giving it to you. For example, I'll give you the example of a Flipkart. Flipkart was humongously successful when Amazon was already there in the market in India. One of the main reasons why it was successful is they had something called COD. They started something called cash on delivery. So once the cash on delivery started, people started to log on to net. They wanted to buy shoes or clothes or mobile. They ordered, and once the order came into their hand, then they started to pay. So it is more like companies trusting you than you trusting the company. Their money is assured, their money is safe. So with the COD, Flipkart has become hugely successful. So that was the USP. I'm giving I have many other examples like that. They need to understand and create a USP for their company where the customers are lured, attracted, saying that no, I want only this product. I want only this company. Then I'm sure within 18 months plan, they will be very successful. But they need to make a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifices. Okay?
So yeah, guys, that is, I have no words for that, because sir came up from the ground, and most of the Gen Zs are now privileged, and that makes this thing like when I met sir for the first time, sir said one thing when I was listening to him in a keynote. Sir said one thing, that if you want to shine like the sun,
Sun.
you have to burn like the sun. I don't know how many of you hit this, but it may sound like a normal quote for you, but it made me realize many things that led me to Delhi. That is leading me to many more places.
Yes.
So that is the thing. So yeah, I'm very grateful, sir. Let us proceed to the next question.
Sure.
So yeah, it is to the AI age now. So in 2025, it is a biggest capability gap. Like many people are getting laid off,
Yes.
and many new people are getting hired, and people are in a very big confusion.
Yes.
So that because if that role is relevant to them or not, and whether they should upskill. So my question is, with AI changing everything, what kind of human skills will be still irreplaceable?
Great, fantastic question. I think day in and day out, I've been talking, hearing as a keynote speaker, as a panel. The very first question when I complete my session, when I say any questions, 2-3 hands will raise and say, "Sir, I have a question." So, what skills AI cannot do, what humans can do? Now, a lot of jobs are being. There are two things that I wanted to tell you. One is that AI has come. Yeah, about 2 years, 3 years back. It has. People are fearing that because AI has come, jobs will be lost. Correct. That's given. When computers were introduced in banks in 1990s, I'll give you an example. People feared, "Arey, our jobs are going to be lost." So it's getting computerized. The word is computerized. Computerization, there is a panic among the banking professionals that they will lose their job. But did they lose? No. Only, I think, very small segment of the people were lost, but they were adopted, they upgraded, they updated themselves. And today, last 15-20 years, everything has been computerized. And today, you go to any bank, it's all online, and you're doing an online transfer. Okay, that's point number one. Number two, when UPI has come into picture, people feared, why I am comfortable in giving the money, why should I do QR code scanning? Did anything happen? Nothing. It made our life more easier and successful. So that was successful. Banking regularization with the computerization was hugely successful. Even you have a small, an area where you can keep 1 or 2, get a license, get a bank, you can be successful. So today, same thing applies to AI as well. AI is a boon and a bane. Boon, if we use it on a constructive purpose, there are some jobs which will be lost, which are monotonous. Mark my words, monotonous means regular, mundane, which are happening like every day, day in and day out. Those people will lose the jobs. Who are not adapting and adopting to using AI tools will lose the jobs. Okay, but people who are adapting, saying, for example, somebody is already using a Gen AI, somebody is using ChatGPT, Copilot, Grokket, or you name it, Perplexity, and they're able to come up with the answers very fast. Our job has been reduced to fraction of seconds. When it takes about 1 hour of time to make a PPT, PowerPoint template, it's taking hardly 2.5 minutes to make such a big thing. When I want to make a big this thing, I'm using Canva. I'm using, many other Notebook LM. I'm using, n number of tools, though I'm not a techie. I need to become a techie to use AI because it's improving my life. It's improving my, workflow, automation, and it helps the people. So there is no worry to lose the job. I understand that companies are laying off the people, but AI is also giving chance to create. About recent World Bank report as released, 4 million jobs are being created because of AI has come. There are user industries which are coming in conjunction with AI, where you need professionals. How many professionals are there with AI? They're not equipped. So you need to adapt those skills. Learn AI. Actually, in my words, if you can say, love AI, not learn, love AI.
Yes.
Our life is getting transformed. Our work is getting transformed. At the click of the finger, make my trip. When I do the tip, it is getting it done. I don't have to do anything. My days of work is getting it solved in half an hour. So this is AI, beautiful. When you start your approach in a different way, saying that AI is my best buddy, AI is my great, fan, this thing, your attitude changes. So AI is fantastic. Today in AI, I have had, the great opportunity to meet our CM, Sridhar Babu Garu, few times. And yesterday also I was meeting him in the, in Western Hotel. So he was talking about building an AI university, AI centers of excellence. This is going to become very big. So all the
In Telangana,
students
sir?
in Telangana
Wow.
and Hyderabad, I'm telling you, we are going to, mark my words, we are going to have a ball of a time.
Sir, any possibility of collaboration with Therapy?
We will, I'm there.
If you are there, that's
we will do, and I'll definitely do my best. I have been helping lot of student community. I mean, to my best levels. Many got internship, many got jobs. I still wanted to. I recently took one more, what you call an initiative for me, for myself. I've already placed, 70, 80, another 100, 150 more students, fresher students, internship students. I want to help them placed. So learn AI, adopt to technologies. Tomorrow when you go to the interview, these are the things that you need to get. So you don't have to worry that AI is going to take out the job. AI will create jobs. You become conversant, you become get more tools, get your resume, everything with AI kind of a thing. I'm sure the next generation is going to be AI and quantum computing. Next, quantum AI is going to become, I'm going to tell you that also. Quantum AI is going to be the next big thing. AI will become the HR. What today HR is doing, AI is going to do in the next 1 year. Not even 3 years back, what others were doing, AI is able to do our work. Today, what HR is doing, because entire recruitment, entire bot interviews, entire screening, sourcing, interviewing, everything is done by AI. Now AI will become the HR. So for quantum computing is the next big thing which is coming up in conjunction with the AI. So there is a human interface and also AI interface which are going to be the next big thing, and we are very lucky. We are in this generation, guys. You are graduating. Align yourself with this, these technologies. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. This is what I want to tell you. Learn, unlearn, and then relearn. Get yourselves associated with AI. It's going to be the next game changer. We have to adopt it. There is no other go. But there will be a great, career and future for you all guys.
so. Yeah, sir. So the thing is about this question itself. Just says five things that are irreplaceable.
Okay. One, what AI cannot do is a human emotion. Okay. What AI cannot do is critical thinking. Critical thinking, human, no robo, no this thing can do it. Emotions like resentment, love, or hatred, or compassion, no machine can do it. Okay, how much ever prompt engineering you do it, a machine is a machine, but the man behind the machine matters the most. It is his brain, because without data, today I'm telling you, without data, AI is useless. It is the data, what data we are feeding into the AI, it gives you the answer. By collating all the data of the world, it gives you the best answer. That's what Copilot does, that's what Perplexity does, that's what your ChatGPT does. So there is no AI without data science. That's why we are having data science so much of high, what you call it's on the top. Data science is one of the most sought after the field. Okay. Another what I can tell you is that many other things are there, like like emotions are there, critical thinking, strategy. It cannot do the strategic initiatives or strategic thinking, and immediate responses. For example, you come in, you go. There are human moods which change. For example, morning when I come, I'm very happy. Okay, afternoon there's some kind of a negative news that we hear from the employee or something. My emotions are down. So AI, I mean, the machine cannot definitely. It will be a continuous improvement of the same thing standard. But a human goes like an ECG machine, up down, up down, up down. My moods, I mean, our mood swings are up down. So can the AI do that? They cannot. It can predict our behavior up to certain extensions, because we use predictive analytics. Okay, predictive analytics can help you up to some extent, but not completely. It it cannot do it. Not even 90% of it. They say even AI is not 100% this thing.
Yeah.
Recently, yeah. So I think these are 4-5 things where AI can never replace a human mind. I can openly tell and challenge. AI is a great tool. AI is a great benefactor. AI helps us to go to the next level, but AI cannot replace our human brain. The brain behind building the AI, behind the machine, is far, far superior than the AI. Even they say, since I'm telling you for the students, they say Albert Einstein, who was acclaimed as a human genius, has only used 8 or 10% of his brain.
Yes, sir.
Has only used 8%, 10%. He's a genius, acclaimed. So when he can only use 10%, can you imagine the rest of 90%? So that is the power of our, our neurons and our, power of the human intelligence and brain. So guys, you're all empowered. You're all extremely intelligent and talented. Don't become slaves to AI. Let the AI become slave to you. You use an AI in such a way where it can be of your use to you, where it can help you to automate, where you give a command and it acts, not it gives a command and you act. Got it? So when you have this kind of a thought process, I'm sure you will rock either as an employee or as an entrepreneur. There are no two ways about it.
Yes. Now that's quite deep. And final statement from sir would be like, it's not AI versus humans, it's AI with humans. You have to use AI in all possible ways.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So sir, our thing is that we or anybody in this world will consider top 1% professionals. You are very hard to reach and we are very grateful to reach. So what do you think separates the top 1% professionals or top 1% founders from the rest of the pool?
Okay. You're talking about entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Or you're talking about any other...
Like, the professionalism or the execution skills basically.
Okay. One thing I'll tell you, I mean, a very... this thing is that, anyway. Okay. So, the one thing is that, whenever you... see, I have a lot of very sharp guys with me. Very, very sharp guys, very good. Their CGPA has been 9.7, 9.5 from 10th, Inter, BTech, MTech, MBA, PhD. But that's not a yardstick to measure one's intelligence. Today I'm telling you, education helps you to go to a certain level, but mere education or academics are not the only thing to measure a person's intelligence. He may be academically brilliant, but in terms of, see, there are two people, again I wanted to give an analogy. Okay, one is a supreme intelligent guy like an Einstein, okay, who is extremely intelligent in our human race. Another is an extremely intelligent in the human race is Chanakya.
Wow.
Kautilya. Okay. I need people who are like Kautilyas, meaning a person who has the ability, who has the capacity and capability to do politics, economics, scientific, human intelligence, human understanding, psychology, a cocktail, multiple things. If I'm giving an instant, he'll work in a cabin, he do silos, he can do a, what do you call, what do we use, as a single person, he will be doing on his work coding. But that is up to some extent. But we need people tomorrow to interact with the clients, tomorrow to do the partnerships. Tomorrow you have to exhibit your talents, your ability. You need a great communication. So somebody like a Chanakya, he's also intelligent. Somebody is also like an Einstein who's also intelligent. If I'm given a choice, I would rather pick up a Chanakya than an Einstein. I'm not saying Einstein is less, but I need a guy who can do multiple things to me. So AI is like that. So the one thing is that having a great idea will not help. Execution helps. Execution is the key thing. You need a mentor. You need a person who can handhold you and say, this is water, this is grass, this is storm, so don't go there. If, for example, if that person is not there, you will put all your money. If you lost money, you can earn it back. But what about the invaluable time, effort you're putting and your aspirations? You are dreaming about making it very big. The dreams are crashed. But again, to come back to the normal position takes a lot of time. So execution matters, right team matters. More important, your team. Whomever you're selecting, 1 or 2 or 3 people, all the people should not only stand, mark my words, guys, when they say if you're 1-member team or 2-member team or 3-member team, all should not be on the same page. They should be on the same line. Same page and same line. They should be echoing the same words. Tomorrow, I am talking to, so for example, ABCD are starting a company. When A says blue, B should say blue, she should say blue. They should be same people, 3 different bodies, but same ideas. When you have this kind of an ownership, it's called extreme ownership. There is a book written by Navy SEALs also called Extreme Ownership. You should start it like your baby. Will you make your baby exposed to all the negative things? You will not. You'll keep it close. Similarly, you do that in such a way where execution matters. Having an idea will only help to one extent, but how will you execute it? Who is there to execute it? What is the strategy that you have in place? What are the markets that you're going to do? What is your go-to-market strategy? It's called GTM, where I could say I'm an expert in that. I do a lot of GTM strategies with most of the founders and mentors, more than 50 to 100 companies. You need to have a GTM strategy in place, which what called countries you're tapping, which states you're tapping, what is the result that you're going to get. All these things are very important. So execution matters, strategy matters, your planning matters. Most important is your commitment. Your commitment and passion matters the most. That one thing which differs,
Yes.
from others.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is truly from the top 1% himself. And yeah, so Ayush Kulkarni is coming to ask sir his personal choice of questions, which will be related to personal branding, recognition, career growth, and long-term thinking. So yeah, let's welcome Ayush Kulkarni.